Like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention. Because I don't want it, but
Bruh, you're married.
it'd be nice to know that like someone's looking. I have.
And then here come all the women in the comments. Oh, she's so brave for saying things that a lot of women want to say. Like
how? She's brave for waiting 10 years, 4 kids, and $100 million? Fuck out of here, nigga.
There is.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy AB, and I'm back with another video. I know it's been about 3 weeks since I posted, but hey, we back, we locked in. Let's hop right into it. So, seems that Ayesha Curry never wanted to marry Steph. I don't know what's going on with these celebrity women, bro. Like, bro, 10, 15 years ago, happiest woman alive. 10 years later, oh, I never wanted to marry you. I had an entanglement. It's like, bro, I don't understand, bro. Between the Currys, the James, and the Smiths, I don't know. I really don't. But let's hop into this video and see what's going on by MTR.
I didn't know that he was gonna end up playing basketball. He said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. I thought I was gonna be like the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know.
Obviously, you know, like the devil is a liar, and there's always like, the ladies will always be lurking, hoping for their moment and waiting. You need to be aware of that. But for me, I honestly hate it.
Ayesha Curry, please step to the front of the content congregation. We'd love to have a word with you. Now, I will say this. The last time that we were really talking about Ayesha Curry was a couple of years ago. And at that time, I said what inevitably happened, which was, Ayesha, get out in front of these podcasts. Stop it. Put the mic down. You're embarrassing Steph. Okay? If you guys remember, a couple of years ago, she went on the infamous Red Table Talk, which is currently canceled. But that was Jada Pinkett Entanglement Smith's podcast where they would get up and talk about like all of this bullshit. Nevertheless, she went up on that podcast and was talking about her insecurities in dating one of the GOATs of the NBA, Steph Curry, and then eventually being married to him, saying that she lacked male attention in her marriage, and at which point the general sentiment of her comments from the audience was either A, shut up, you're blowing it, what are you doing?
Crazy.
And then the other side is that, Steph, how could you marry somebody that is not keeping your name as high as what they possibly can within the limelight? You understand that when marrying a NBA star, he might have some groupies. You play your role, you play your positions, and you damn sure don't embarrass him by saying that you wish that you had groupies too. She then went on later and chastised Red Table Talk because she says that it was edited out of context. Nevertheless, we did additional content on Ayesha Curry, and it was specific to her behavior that we would all like to see from a fiance, like back in like 2015. She would say things like this: everyone's into barely wearing clothes these days, huh? Not my style. I like to keep the good stuff covered up for the one who matters. Now, this was in stark contrast to a magazine shoot that she did in 2015, where she got into a studio, apparently naked, for a photographer, and this was posted on whatever magazine that it was at that time. And we had a discussion, a rational discussion, about how women's behavior may change once they lose out on the leverage that a man can just simply leave her for her bad behavior. And I also thought that was interesting that the person to repost this up on their page was none other than Steph Curry himself. There goes my baby. I believe that's Usher, all right? My Valentine.
Wrong
she
key,
did
brother.
that
Wrong
on
key.
this magazine. It's probably not in circulation today, but that is besides the point. Nevertheless, she's back up on these content streaks, and TikTok is currently speaking about some of her comments in regards to Steph Curry. So I wanted to open up that piece of content and get active on it, all right? Without further ado,
Ayesha Curry, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you for having me.
I am so excited to meet you. How are you doing today?
Call her daddy.
I'm hanging in there right now. I'm really nervous to be here.
Wait, why?
I'm so excited.
Oh my God, Ayesha.
Yeah, so I'm just grateful. I'm excited. Hoping I don't get in trouble for the things that I say.
I was going to say that, yeah, because she's got diarrhea
That's
of the
kinda
mouth.
ironic.
So let's keep listening.
I feel like
You
we're
know?
gonna have good girl talk.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not gonna
think so
put.
too.
You're not in the hot seat. Like you.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Is it good that I'm catching you in the off season, or okay, good.
It's great.
So you're more chill during the off season.
Super chill. Yeah. I mean, it's still chaotic. It's always chaotic, but we're like learning to live in that.
What do you guys usually do during this time of year? Are you traveling? Are you staying at home?
Well, right now, because it's July, it's always the most chaotic of the year, actually, of the whole calendar year, because 3 of our kids' birthdays are in July. Our anniversary is at the end of July. And it's like, if you play well, like for my husband, if you play well, you play until June.
And he usually plays well.
He usually plays well. This year we had a little bit more time, which was nice, but usually it's just 2 months and that's it.
Okay, 4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So
She said that quick as hell.
I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It sounds like to me, Steph absolutely saved your life. Looked like you was going on that girl boss, feminist, don't need no man route, which either ends up as a single mother or lonely and alone in their later years of life. But these comments confirm, right? Like it makes absolute sense. Her behavior that you see on these different podcasts 4 or 5 years ago, it was a sort of longing for either continuing to be out on the streets or to be seen as the leader of a relationship. Can't you just sit down and be okay with your $100 million man? Just more information that you could be adored by millions of people worth $100 million and more, over 6 foot tall, and they still ain't gonna be happy.
Well, it's so interesting you say that because I want to talk a lot about that today because I relate to you in that way. Like, I really, really never thought I was going to get married. I'm like, there is actually no way that's ever going to happen. And then it happens and you're like, maybe I didn't know myself that well. And it's like, no, you knew yourself when you were young.
Yes.
And then life happens and then you grow up and then you have different wants and needs and that's okay to change your mind.
Yes.
But it's still shocking.
And we're going to skip a little bit in the content because we're about to hear a bunch of unimportant rambling. Nevertheless, let's pick back up when they begin to speak about how they met.
I mean, like, could this be something kind of way? Or are you like, no?
No, and this was like my first real date. So I was just nervous. I was nervous. It was like years of having a crush. Sure. And then years, like I just never thought that he would like someone like me. I just didn't think it was going to be a thing. I thought we would be friends. Yeah.
Did you ever have anything in high school at all, or it was legit just friends?
No, just friends. Just friends. Yeah.
I get what you're saying of like you never saw him as something, but I'm like, when you look back, is there any memory that you're like, maybe there was something or no?
No, never. I had a friend over who had a crush on his brother at the time, and she decided to call him, and they were giggling, and then we're maybe like 15 at this time, and they put Stephen on the phone, and somebody said something about Canada. And so I was like, oh, I'm Canadian. And he's like, oh, do you like Canadian candy? And I'm like, I love Canadian candy. And so my aunt was coming into town from Canada, and so she brought some for me. And so I was like, oh, I'll bring you a bag to church the next time we're at church.
See, it was meant to be. It was meant to be.
I bring the bag, and I literally, everybody's watching. I hand it to him, and I don't say anything to him. I just shove it and walk away. Like, that's how shy
Ayesha.
I was.
And did you like him at all? Like in your heart, you're like, oh, I wish I could. Yeah, it just wasn't. It was high school.
I thought he was so cute. Mm-hmm. Oh
okay, so fast forward. You go on this first date.
Yeah.
What are the vibes?
It was one of the best days of my life. Honestly, it was so innocent and young, and like I wish I could relive that, or at least watch it from like a bird's eye view. It was so cute. We did Hollywood Boulevard, put our hands in the Maryland hands, and like tried.
How did be in the early days because you guys didn't know how to handle it?
It's a double-edged sword, because parts of it have afforded me doors to be open. I obviously have to walk through them and then put in the work to stay in the room.
Okay.
But that, I think, would be the elephant in the room, is like, I'm grateful for that side of things. But on the flip side, I in the beginning hated it so much. I did not sign up for that. I also always thought, like, I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. He said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. Like, I thought I was going to be like the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know. And so it just like,
this is the portion of the clip that
his
she went
father in the
viral
NBA?
for it.
Well, not in the NBA, but like, wasn't his father didn't his father play in the NBA? That's basically what I'm trying to say. So like, why would you assume he wants to be a basketball coach? Unless that's what he told you. But like, I feel like that would be a backup plan, because if I'm Steph Curry and, you know, Curry Sr., I don't know his father's name, so I don't know if it's Stephen Curry Sr. Obviously, it's not, because it probably is different names. Anyway, if my father made it to the NBA, I think I want to try to be in the NBA and be better than him, be in there longer than him, shoot better than him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It sparked a lot of content and discussions out on TikTok. But I'm sorry, how the hell did you not think he was going to be anything more than a basketball coach? I mean, his father was in the damn NBA. By high school, he was already showing that he was an incredible talent on the same trajectory, if not better, than his own damn father. To not know or understand that, or to think that at this point, would be denial.
Just when we was forgetting
100%.
about her, Ayesha Curry is back on social media talking about how she hates Stephen Curry. She was just recently on a podcast and she talked about how she actually never wanted to be married. She never wanted to have kids. And she always saw herself as a career woman, etc., etc. Which, I get it. You know, people have visions for their own life. And when they get in relationships, sometimes they have to compromise. But my thing is, why 10 years later talk about it to the world? I get people
that's
need
my
to
thing. Like, that's my
get
thing. Why wait 10 years? 4 kids, 10 years, and $100 million later. You know? Why? You could have said that shit in high school. You didn't have to give him that Canadian candy. You know what I'm saying? Like, for what? It just seems like a bunch of wasted time to me. But if I was in that situation, nigga, we're already married. We already have 4 kids. Nigga, we finna ride this shit out. You feel me? I live by a principle where it's like, nigga, whoever I marry, that's it. Period. That's it. You feel me? It's just me and her. Period. Like, that's literally it. You know? I don't know.
stuff off their chest. But it's just a better way of going about it than constantly embarrassing your husband.
I cannot agree more with this guy. And the fact of the matter is that she's only relevant. She's only important. People will only listen to her, not because of her own talents, her own attributes, but because of how goated and important to the world of sports that Stephen Curry is. So within that, when people ask her questions about a relationship, she just the verbal diarrhea like that I was talking to you about earlier. And she says all of these things, and I don't know, like, to not have an idea or understanding that in order to continue to protect his image, right, to have him be as exalted as an athlete as what he is, you are a representation of that. But whether it be through his own support of you getting naked on a magazine cover, or let it be your confirmation that you're jealous or envious of his current position because of the oogling eyes of 304s, and your want to have men slide eggplants up into your DM as well so you can feel as important, to still come out 4 to 5 years later and speaking about, well, I never wanted kids, I never wanted to be married.
Like, that makes no entire sense. Imagine you're the world's greatest shooter, right? You got every girl on this planet, my nigga, wants your meat. You feel me? You got a shorty. You feel me? You're not giving none of them hoes attention. You feel me? It's still not enough for your own girl to be like, I want that same attention. I don't get that attention. Nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Like, what?
No, but he just came out on the change. I just thought he was going to be a high school coach. Well, that shit changed when he started to get some rather impressive looks, didn't it? And then you come up with this interesting conundrum of, do I do this for the bag? Do I keep hush? Maybe I could talk about it on a podcast 5 to 10 years later. Or do I just, live the life that I thought I was going to live and upgrade to a boss beat independent queen?
Like, every time she opened her mouth, she embarrassed this man. And then here come all the women in the comments. Oh, she's so brave for saying things that a lot of women want to say. Like,
how is she brave for waiting 10 years, my nigga? How? It don't make no sense. She's brave for waiting 10 years, 4 kids, and $100 million? Fuck out of here, nigga. That's not brave. If anything, that's scary as fuck. What? You had to wait 10 years? 10 years. Or however long they've been married for or been together for, period. You had to wait 4 kids later? Come on. That's not brave, bro. That's stupidity.
A way of discussing things without disrespecting and embarrassing your partner.
And the crazy
100%.
is that if you listen to the difference of how Stephen talks about her.
So you end up meeting your now wife when you guys were 14, 15 years old in a church group. You end up starting to date when you're in college, get married when you're 23 years old. Why get married so young?
Why waste time if you found the right one, right? That was I knew, having met my wife in high school, kind of her story and just, and her family and what she was about, very faith-oriented woman. And she was so driven. We didn't date, like you said, through high school. And, got to college and we met again. I like to say we always met again out in LA when I was for the ESPYs after the tournament run. Because she was living out there pursuing her acting career. And that was kind of just fate right there. 2 kids from Charlotte meeting again in LA on a whim and then kind of keeping it going and dated for, 2-3 years when I got to Golden State and knew I found the right one, so didn't want to waste any time and start a family and get married and life is good with her.
Listen, show me one clip of him embarrassing her, talking negatively about her. He does nothing but exalt this young woman. This man has never had a scandal to his name, respectful, polite young man. And, it just seems like every time she's behind the mic, I never wanted to get married. I never wanted no kid.
Gang. I'm like, how old is Steph Curry? This man is 37, bro. Gang. Now, I'd be heated. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you, bro. I actually would be heated, bro. Yeah, they've been married for almost like 15 years, bro. It took your ass 15 years, dog? And then he said they dated for 3 years, so they probably was dating from when they was 20. They met when they was 15. Started dating at 20. He married her at 23. Now he 37. You feel me? Almost 40. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's wild. That's wild. I'd be so heated. Can you imagine being 37 years old? You feel me? You got the girl of your dreams. You got the kids of your dreams. All the money in the world. The career you always wanted. You know what I'm saying? The fame, the money, everything, bro. Everything. Right? My nigga. And then one day, your wife go on a damn podcast talking about something. She ain't never wanted to be married. She ain't never wanted kids. She wanted to be a boss bitch. Can you imagine that? What?
I wanted to go out here and do this. I thought I was going to be the leader. Basket. I thought he was going to be a coach. Like, what is this?
Something that really bothers me and, honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, there are all these women, throwing themselves. But me, the past 10 years, I don't have any of that. I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention. Because I don't want it, but
Bruh, you're married.
it'd be nice to know that like someone's looking. I have anxiety too, really, really bad, to the point where I actually take like medication. And I think like open communication and like putting your feelings out on the line, like that helps me a lot. It's like just letting somebody know, like, nah, kind of having an anxiety attack right now. Stephen is like very nice by nature, and he's very talkative. He gets it from his mama, and so like everything's always
Imagine your wife saying this.
is like very, very friendly.
He's very talkative.
And sometimes to the
he
point
gets it from his mom. Yeah, his mom is even talkative too. That's where he gets it from. Like, bro, what? That's one. Two, why do you need male attention if you're married to me? I'm the male attention, just like you're the female attention. Like, what? Bro, unless I'm wrong, but please put it in the comments down below a link to a video you ever seen Steph Curry entertaining another woman. Maybe they're entertaining him, trying to get him to cheat on Ayesha. You don't ever hear that shit, bro. He not worried about him getting female attention because he has a wife and kids. Why can't you do the same? I hope you see where I'm coming at, bro. Like, imagine going through this at 37, bro. I couldn't, bro. I cannot imagine that, bro. Like, that's some shit niggas my age are talking about. Niggas in their 20s, early and late 20s, mid 20s, you feel me? Like, why are we... I want to give male attention. Nigga, for what? What do you need it for? You have a husband, 4 kids, and $100 million in the bank. That's
where I'm like, okay, I'm a grown woman, so I'll just insert myself and be like, hello, how are you doing? Right. Like, I'm okay with it now, and I've obviously, you know, like the devil is a liar, and there's always like, the ladies will always be lurking, hoping for their moment and waiting. You need to be aware of that. But for me,
insecurity. Holy moly.
I honestly hate it. I don't like when I feel like leveled off. So like we had the conversation about it, and he like tries really, really hard to make sure that if we're going somewhere, I'm being introduced. I don't like to have to introduce.
He without a doubt just be banging his head up against the wall. Like, I can't believe, like, at what point are you going to grow up? Like, at what point will you be responsible for your emotional distresses? At what point, baby? All right? And that's the thing. That's what scares a lot of men today, is getting in a relationship with somebody, inevitably having to take the fatherhood role from where your father was before, right? And the thing is like, as a leader, as a protector, you know, you are tasked with those things, but you don't want to be a father, right? You want someone of significance. You want a significant other that you can do it with, but I should not be having to give you fatherly guidance, right? Like, or always having to be thinking about the subtleties of your emotional instability, right? To have everything within life, but still seek validation from other people is fundamentally insane.
So we try and...
Bro, imagine, bro. It's never enough. I swear to God, bro, it's never enough. Imagine having $100 million in the bank. You're damn near one of the best NBA players who ever fucking lived. You feel me? You got all the money in the world, bro. Nigga, I don't understand, bro. It's 6 feet tall. Don't every bitch talk about they want a 6 foot nigga? I don't understand. He's 6 feet. He rich. What more do you want? I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. This just goes to show, like, what the fuck is the point at this point, bro? I don't get it. I really don't. You tell me I could sit here have $100 million. Do you know how much money $100 million is, my nigga? Do you know how much that money that is, my nigga? For one. Two, right? You're the world's greatest shooter, bro. You're Steph fucking Curry, my nigga. Like, bro, what more do you want? I don't get it. I really don't, bro. I really don't. It'll make no sense.
I try and make that known. But there have been a couple of times where I've wanted to like punch somebody in the face, for sure. I'll never forget, we wanted to go buy bikes one day, and I'm sitting in the back nursing Riley. At the time, she's less than a year old. And this lady This group of people come over and they're trying to ask Stephen for pictures and autographs. The woman opens the car door, sticks her body in the car, and she's like, oh, let me see. I'm like, no, like, get out of the car. She goes, oh, honey, you know what you signed up for. And that's kind of stuck with me for a long time because I'm like, actually, no, I didn't.
What a whore. Okay.
Nah, that's
really
about
bothered.
this as well is that, I often think that this anxiety word gets thrown around a lot. And, there's those out there that utilize it as an excuse for bad behavior, and for which I say, shut up. All right. Your anxiety, your ADHD, your whatever the mental health code of this time is just no excuse for bad behavior. I'm sorry. Write routines, write lists, right? Talk it out. Enhance communication. Get a journal. What are the things that you are doing to actively combat the bullshit as opposed to blaming the other person, right? Towards making it their problem, right? And truthfully, I think it was good that she got out of the mic 4 to 5 years ago, because it's obvious that she was struggling with this shit. So these women on these podcasts would just ask her these questions, and then she would word vomit, diarrhea, all of her bullshit, and it just wouldn't reflect well on Stephen. But all right, guys, let me know what you think down in the comment box down below.
Yeah, man. Hey, I mean, shoot, shout out to Steph. I hope he get that shit solved, bro, because they're almost 40. And they've been probably been together for 20, 25 years, been married for almost 15. It's like, dog, I hope they don't get a divorce. You feel me? But shit. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. But hey, let me know how you feel in the comments below. You know how I feel in the comments below. But yeah, man. I love y'all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.